What is going on? Welcome back to Founder Fired. My name is Iggy Odighizuwa, and I'm the founder of CharlieAI.io, a revenue and AI-powered revenue automation platform that helps you generate more sales qualified leads from your existing inbound leads. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to get more of the leads that you are booking to actually show up, and how we consistently have a high show rate on just about every offer that I have my hands on, and the frameworks and the processes that we use to generate 60 to 70 to 80% show rates on a couple of our offer. Now, why should you listen? This AI systems that I have built last month produced over $3 million in cash collected from sets that it has put on sales teams' calendars. So that's last month. So I'm going to be showing you one change that we made for one of our offers that took them from a 58% show rate to over a 70% show rate. And I'm going to show you the exact date so you can see the show rate and the corresponding impact that it's had. And you'll even see why like messing with your show rate is not always like the best thing that's going to like the end all be all, because this offer actually we were able to get the show rate improved, but we made a mistake with some of the advertising campaigns that impacted revenue. So you'll get to see like some some of the balls that I've dropped in real time. So let's just go ahead and dive into just the numbers real quick and why you should probably listen and take good notes as I'm diving into some of this stuff, because when I'm talking about these things, I'm not pulling numbers out of my butt. So I'm going to show you some numbers and you'll see real time. So if I go and look at from the 1st of January to the 22nd is when we made this change. Show rate was 58%. Now, granted, team was still closing pretty well, 26% conversion, $409,000 cash collected. Now, when we change it from the 23rd to today's the 19th, so as of the 19th, show rate 10% less calls booked during that time frame, more calls taken, more offers made, more sales made, show rate improved by 16%, cash collected went up 10%, so from 400,000 to 450,000 cash collected in that time frame, and the team got to offer 90% of the calls, and the team sales conversion went down slightly. Let me show you that again. So from the 1st of January to the 22nd of January, 409,000 on a 58% show rate. And then from the 23rd of January to the 19th of February, 68% show rate, $454,000 collected. So that is the power of increasing show rate. It's such a powerful lever that most people don't really like obsess over. And I'm going to show you some math. Like I have a tool that once you see the levers of like what you can produce with just getting more people to show up and take the calls more seriously, what you can produce when you nail that, it's insane. Ad spend didn't go up. In fact, we ended up reducing ad spend quite a bit during that period, but the team collected more cash, the business made more money, and they actually converted slightly less percentage of the calls that they took. But because it took so many more calls, they increased cash collected by $50,000 over that time frame. So when we're diving into the importance of getting people to show up for your sales calls, it's really important to understand like why don't people show up and why should you care about the impact your show rate is having on your business. So in order to really understand and care about the impact it's having on your business, you got to understand the math behind why it matters. Two different numbers, 100,000 here, 182,000, $5,000, 30% sales conversion. Only difference between this number and this number is a 50% show rate and an 80% show rate here. Only difference. The difference between a 50% show rate and doing $100,000 and just getting more people to show up was adding almost doubling the business without having to double ad spend. And I just showed you real time from recent results on one of our portfolio businesses, the impact just getting more people to show up has had on their team and on the business. So when you're thinking about this, it's really important to start thinking through, how do we engineer a process that's going to get prospects to show up and maximize the dollars that we're spending to feed our acquisition system for our company. And so you want people to show up, because if you have a low show rate, you're spending so much more money to get the same kind of at-bats, right? With a less than 50% show rate compared to what we're seeing right now. Like, I'll even show you month to date, just so you can see, like, this is only like gotten even better. Because I don't want to just like tell you that this stuff matters. I want to just show you that this stuff matters. So month to date, show rate right now is sitting at 72%. Right? That's like, it's so much higher than what it was the previous month. So 72% show rate right now. And the important thing is thinking through how to engineer getting people to show up, because it's such a powerful lever, right? And the way that we do so is we have to understand why people don't show up to begin with. And the reason people don't show up to begin with is because the prospects simply don't see the value in showing up for their call, right? So in order for us to be able to systematically improve show rate and optimize show rate, one, we need to have a strong offer that the prospects want, right? Do people actually want the thing that you are selling, that you are advertising? And so step one for a lot of the people, if you're watching this video and you've got your marketing dialed in, you've got your lead generation dialed in, you're generating a lot of leads, you're getting a lot of bookings, it means you have an offer that people want as far as like the packaging and how you have your headlines and things like that. Where you're bleeding revenue and opportunity is step number two, which is making the messaging congruent with the damn offer, right? So the messaging needs to be congruent with the actual offer. And your naming convention needs to be congruent with your actual offer. So that means you've spent all this time and effort getting the marketing dialed in. So your marketing's really good at the top of the funnel. And then once somebody comes in and they book a call with you, it's like a scrambled shit show. Like your naming's all off. It's weird. Like your calendar event names don't match what the offer is. So half the times they'll look at the calendar invite and they don't even know what the hell it's about. So you got to get your messaging congruent with the actual offer. So for an example, if we're marketing a lead management playbook, then we have them book a call. If that's going to be around, then we want it to be lead management demo. So, because you want it to be congruent. So if you got a metabolic transformation program, and then the name of your sales call is called strategy session, doesn't make any sense. So I would call it, our metabolic transformation program is what we advertise top of funnel. Our sales call would be called metabolic breakthrough session, metabolic assessment, metabolic consult, metabolic whatever it is. So you see the difference there. Making that singular tweak for that metabolic offer increase our show rate from like 40 to 70%. Like that's the thing that has caused me to be really passionate about this. You look at the headline that's performing well at the top of your funnel. You look at the headline that's performing well inside of your landing page. And then you make sure the naming convention for your sales calls mirrors and is congruent with what people are coming in for. It's congruent with your offer. So number one, you need to have a strong offer. Number two, you need to make the messaging congruent with the offer. So your naming convention, everything, even the headlines on the confirmation page, headlines, subject lines, and the emails that they're getting about the booking, all of that needs to be congruent, right? And then number three, it must be in the prospect's best interest. So that means them showing up to the call inherently has to be in the best interest of the person who's booking the call, right? So me showing up to a strategy session, it doesn't feel like it's in my best interest. Me showing up to some random consult, like, I don't know what the hell this consult's about. It's not in my best interest. So you name it in a way where it's in the best interest for the prospect to show up. So they're coming in for a metabolic transformation program. I'm making the sales call a metabolic assessment, a metabolic breakthrough session. The naming convention is in my best interest. I see it on my calendar as like a metabolic assessment. Oh, I didn't know I have a metabolic assessment today. Like, they're going to show it up because, oh, my metabolism's slow. I need help with figuring out what's going on. So metabolic analysis. So the naming of it is in the best interest of your prospect. And then the last thing is post-booking information that they get must be relevant to the prospect's pain and desired outcome. So those are the principles of getting people to show up. You have a strong offer, the messaging is congruent with the offer, the naming convention is congruent with the offer. The naming convention is congruent with the offer, and it must be done in a way that's in the best interest of the prospect. Like, it's results driven, like it gets them excited to show up for that because it's in their best interest. And then number four, the post-booking, the content must be relevant to the prospect's pain and desired outcome. Everything in there needs to be relevant. So you have to be very intentional about the things that you're communicating to the people after they've booked the call. And because when somebody books a call, you have their attention at the highest level. So the more specific you can be about what they're going to consume after they book the call, the better and more likely they're going to show up for the sales appointment. So if you're interested in learning how to do this at a really high level, I have a playbook for our show rate optimization. Like, there's a very specific sequential process that I follow to optimize show rates in every single one of our portfolio clients. Like, every single time, if you have a show rate issue, there's a gap in one of those 5 things. All right, there's a gap in one of those 4 things. Like, it's there. Either the offer isn't strong enough, it's not congruent, it's not positioned in the best interest of the prospect, and everything that they see after the book a call is completely irrelevant to the prospect. So there's a process that you have to go through to be able to identify what those things are and actually implement the correct things in the correct order. So if you're interested in that playbook, I spent a lot of time putting this thing together, and I'll just walk you through it. It's a ClickUp doc that I put together that dives into this, and we use it internally. This is our internal stuff. All right, so when I give playbooks out, I'm not just giving out like some random rinky-dink nonsense. This is coming from our internal documentation, right? So I'm just going to show you real quick so you can kind of see it. 7-step nurture sequence, transfer of trust, demonstration assets, putting it all together, tracking your show rate, what to do if your show rate still sucks. Like, it's all there. Everything there, step by step. You can get through the entire playbook in a session and start implementing it as soon as you go through it. So if you're interested in that, comment show rate and we'll get you the playbook. We'll include a link to it somewhere in the description. And if once you go through that show rate optimization playbook, you don't have to manually implement it. You can give it to Charlie and let Charlie implement the show rate optimization for you so it runs on autopilot. It's the most incredible thing. So once I put that playbook together, I delegated it to AI, and now it just does it every single time perfectly. And we're building out There's a specific feature of Charlie called Booking Managers that actually runs this playbook for you on autopilot. So once you put the materials together, you give it to Charlie, give it to the system, and let it do it for you. All right, so if you're not using Charlie inside of your business, what are you doing? Go to charlieai.io and request a demo and get inside of the system, silly. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you're interested in the show rate optimization playbook, comment show rate somewhere in the post and you'll see it. And then if you're already generating a bunch of leads and your team can't keep up and you want a system that's truly scalable that you set up and implement once, and then it becomes a faucet that you can crank as much as you want to produce the outcomes that you want, and you want to have access to me and my team to be able to look at your processes and recommend tweaks and adjustments, go to charlieai.io, request a demo, and I'll see you on the other side. Till next time, stay calm, change lives, and have business on your terms. Peace.